Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. We continue our week of learning as we get closer to the 3 weeks. So we're learning Halacha L'maisa. We ask you to please continue davening for Chaylei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, Refuah Shlema Chol P'tzua Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel. We learn each day Le'ili Nishmat and Daniel Shimon ben Harav Daron V'Sheli Shem Kam Damo. So the next chapter is Shabbat Chazon, or as we say, Shabbat Chazon. Shabbat Chazon here, Shabbos Hasmuch LeTisha B'Av. Shabbat Chazon is the Shabbos that immediately precedes Tisha B'Av. Shebakormas Haftorah's Chazon Yushayo. It takes its name from the Haftorah, which is the very beginning of the prophet Isaiah, which reads Chazon Yushayo ben Amos, etc. Ubo Tachachos Shenemar Lifnei Korban, and that has within it the rebuke and the warnings that were given to Bnei Israel before the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. So as we discussed previously, that those who have the stringent custom not to do any laundry or things like that in the entire 9 days, but nevertheless for Shabbos, in honor of Shabbos, even though it's Shabbos Chazon, we still wear clean clothing, pressed clothing, iron clothing for Big Day Shabbos. Everybody should bathe accordingly to be prepared for the Shabbos. Those who are lenient will use full on hot water, and those who are more stringent will use lukewarm water. In note 16 here, he says, he says, many in Ashkenaz have the custom not to wash with hot water during this, preparing for this Shabbos. And and some also, he quotes in the Ramah, have a custom not to wear Big Day Shabbos. However, most people, most poskim, they say this is incorrect because we're not supposed to show signs of Avela. So, for instance, even if someone Lo Aleinu is in Shiva, during Shiva on Shabbos, you wear regular clothing. You don't wear the clothing of mourning. And he says, V'chei nogu l'maaseh. He also says, Minhag Ashkenaz likros b'Shabbos Chazon. This is still in the note, if you're following along, that the Minhag Ashkenaz is that on this Shabbos Chazon, even when it's not actually Tisha B'Av, we read Psukim Rabim b'Haftorah Pasuk Echad b'Parshas Dvarim b'Menaginas Eicha. That many of the cantillations, whether it's in the Torah reading itself, in the very first Aliyah, or if it's the entire Haftorah, well, most of the Haftorah, I should say, we read it in the tune of Eicha. V'Rabim Yotzei Tzifon Africa Nogan Likra Shalosh Haftorah Sapurish Shalosh Shashuah B'Negina Doma L'Menaginas Eicha, and many those who come from North Africa. All three Haftorahs during the 3 weeks, they have a version of this type of Eicha Nigan. Many Sephardim don't do this, or most Sephardim don't do this, because we don't want to have any expressions of Avelos on Shabbos. This is one of the unusual places where we let the morning of Tisha B'Av, Mourn, creep into Shabbos, into the Simcha of Shabbos, the way we sing. We have the custom, there's always a big controversy about we should sing L'chadodi to Elitzion, etc. There's a whole question about it, and Litvaks like to get excited about these types of things, but you do what your shul's custom is. So this is going to be a halacha l'maisa, I believe, in 2 years' time for our son, Haba Aleinu Latova, when he has his aliyah on Shabbos Chazon. Archan lo kiddush kimekubel chol Shabbos, so you make a regular kiddush as you would on any Shabbos. Shein laharos simonei avelos b'Shabbos, because we don't want to show any signs of mourning on Shabbos. V'chein b'Shabbos chatan mekaymen es hasudos v'hakiddush kimekubel. Also, if you have what we would call an ofruf, if someone is getting married following Tisha B'Av, and this is the Shabbos before, you have the regular meals, etc., and the kiddush as you would. V'chein keshenolad ben zachar hanogan larach mesiba shalom zachar yikaymen osok rogal. Also, if you have a son, and this is what happened to us 11 years ago, is when we had our son, we had a regular Shalom Zachar. Well, there was nothing regular about it. If you know anything about our family, and certainly about our community, it was far beyond regular, but it was like Mashiach was born. But we had a regular Seudah, regular Shalom Zachar, etc., and that's the way we accustom ourselves. And he just writes in the brackets, Din Tisha B'Av Shechal B'Shabbos Ob Yom Rishon Yivor L'Halan. So we're going to see what happens if Tisha B'Av falls on Shabbos. So we have actually one more parak in this Keta, and then we move on to actually Tisha B'Av itself, which is good because during the 3 weeks we'll be able to be prepared for Tisha B'Av itself. So we are getting closer and closer, so please continue davening for Chaylei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shlema Chol P'tzua Yisrael, safety of brothers and sisters in Israel. Nishmat and Daniel Shimon Harav Daron V'Sheli Shem Kam Damo. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you here next time.